What's up, Grayson Report? How is everyone doing? Happy Saturday. I was trying to get the chat going on my tablet, but it's not working right now, but I can kind of see some of it. What's up, Logical Spock? Ozzy, welcome to the Wolf Pack. That is so awesome. Hearts for Ozzy, guys. Ozzy Walks is now a part of the Wolf Pack family. D nice, what is up? Everyone be nice, be kind. I'll be lurking for now. Chris Barber got a notification. Yay! Julissa, what's up? Beth Bear Club. All right, made it on time. Daniel, what's up? Be a stone. Ozzy Walks. It's Sunday at 1 p.m. That is super cool. That is weird at the same time, but super cool. That is so cool. Water Dragon, what's up? Why is my voice cracking? Nikki, what is up? How's it going? Let me see if I could get that. I had it set up on my tablet, but it's like, aha, there you guys are. Kimberly, what's up? Saying hi, Lisa. Hi, Wolf Pack. Let me prop it up so I could see you all. Because I could see the chat, but this chat does not show me like all the certain things. What's up, Wendy? So has anyone done anything interesting? Kimberly Martin, what's up? This for your Saturday. I didn't do much. I was trying to debunk my washing machine because Bernadette, what's up? I was trying to debunk while we're waiting for the nerd raid. No. I was trying to debunk my washing machine. Because I used it. It worked fine Wednesday when I last used it. So I was like, all right, let's put a load of laundry before the stream. Well, unfortunately, it's not going into the spin cycle and it's not draining the water. So now I have a washing machine full of soapy clothes. Chris, that is super awesome. I just went to my 40-year class reunion today. That's so cool. That is cool. Super awesome. Julissa with the wedding. Yeah, it is. It's annoying. That's okay, D Nice. When you get a chance, hop right back on. Wendy says lazy week and everything broke down this week. Freezer, fridge. I'm with you. I'm right with you, Wendy. It looks like my washing machine needs to be replaced. Ozzy said not today, but I trolleyed my new camera set up yesterday. Or you trialed my new camera setup. That's cool. How did it work out, Ozzy? Chris Barber, still doesn't matter. It's pretty cool to see people you went to high school with and see what they look like now. Jules, what is up? Well, Logical Spock, actually, that's probably what I'm going to do because my dryer still works. So I'm probably just going to rinse it out in my tub. I'm going to do the bucket thing, rinse it out for now, and then just throw it into, because it wouldn't have been so bad if it was just plain water, because then I could just take it out, but it looks like the soap is still in there, and I'm like, oh. Well, Ozzy saying, do you have a floor drain hole nearby? You could lower the drain hose down to the floor and drain out the gravity. No, I don't. I have a sink. I may take some clothes out and see if it starts up. But I've put that amount of clothes in there before and I've never had a problem. But I'm going to try that before I do the old bucket and rinse out in the tub and then pop it in the dryer. but I left it in the soapy water for right now, so. Jules is it saying, did you hear that we broke a record on Nerd Report Daily? How'd you break a record? I know you guys were still streaming when I got home from work. I was like, dang. Spirit of the trees, what's up? No, Wendy, the washer it doesn't drain at all. Like it literally it doesn't go into the spin cycle. It's literally my clothes in soapy water right now. But it'll agitate if that makes any sense. Like it's not even draining the water. Spring storm! Michael Nothing, what's up? Edward! Catherine! Bernadette! Thank you for the super chat. Lewis got abducted by aliens. Hearts for Bernadette, guys. Wink Shape Berry! Lewis Ricks! Tammy! Alana! Slayer Selection! Fuzz! Lewis got abducted by Oompa Loompas. Lisa Boo! Wendy, the drainage system basically is a like rubber, I don't know what you call it, one of those expandable hoses that go into the wall. Prayer request now. What is up, Bonbon? Hey, Lisa left Lewis to UFOs. Osiris XTV, what is up? That girl in the car. I like that name. That's a super cool name. Joanne, Alana M. I need to get someone to look at that drain for you. I don't think, because it worked fine Wednesday. So I think it has something to do with the washer itself. SF Cynthia, what is up? Kate, Shelly. Ozzy, I turned it off my washer for guys just coming in. I was just talking about that I was doing laundry before I went on the stream today, and then I went to flip it because by then I was like, oh, it's been an hour, let me go over there and flip it. And then by the time I lifted, it was full of water, and I was like, what the heck? Shelly, thank you for the super chat or super sticker. Hearts for Shelly. Bonbon, welcome to the Wolf Pack. Hearts for Bonbon and Shelly. And then Nerd Report gifted 5 memberships. Hearts for Nerd Report. Nerd Report saying, who's gonna match me? Sansa, what's up? Joanne, what's up? Hopefully I will. Tamala Starks, what is up? Courtney. Trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Joanne. Bonbon! Hearts for Bonbon gifted 5 memberships as well. Guys, thank you. Michael Nothing, Courtney, Slayer Selection, Lewis Ricks, and Jules. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. And then Tammy, Wendy, Aaron, and Chameleon UK, and Joanne Miranda. Welcome to the Wolf Pack, courtesy of Nerd Report and Bonbon. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Water Dragon's asking how my week was. It was okay, actually. It wasn't that bad. Except for today with the washer issue. But I'm going to try to unplug it again a few times to see. I might take some clothes out of it to see if it'll... Because I can hear it click like it's about to go, but it's just not spinning. Chameleon UK, what's up? Ozzy saying you could lower the hose into a bucket or a plastic storage container as long as it's as low as the ground as possible. The water will drain out the hose. If the container fills up, lift the hose. Bernadette, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Hearts for Bernadette. SF Cynthia, Heather Salvador, Kimberly Martin, Panda Bear, Eastern Arkansas Transparency, NJ55, Selena, Psycho Bitch, Delia Lux, I don't want it, Kathy B, the Shamanistic Unicorn Tam, welcome to the Wolf Pack, courtesy of Bernadette. Hearts for Bernadette, guys. Catherine, I did. Did you try to manually turn your dial to spin only? I did, and I tried all, because there's different spin sections, and I tried every single one of them, and they still... Nerd Report's asking who's gonna match Bernadette's gifts. Water Dragon, thank you for the super sticker with the cute corgi. Hearts for Water Dragon as well. You guys are awesome. Alana M is asking what kind of what. To be honest with you, I don't know what kind of washer it is because it's kind of cold. I think it's about I want to say it's like 10 years old or more. It's actually more. I just feel like I got it yesterday, but I think it's older than 10 years. Daniel Miles said my washing machine had an unbalanced load in it and vibrated something off of it. It was able to plug right back in. I think that's what it might. I think that's what happened. Maybe I'll take some of the clothes off and see if it the wet sloshy clothes. Bernadette saying, remember the membership is only for 1 month, so enjoy, guys. And thank you, Heather Salvador, for your PayPal. Did you look at my footage via Insta flooding from July and me walking the dogs? I keep old washer and dryer over 20 years. My appliance guy likes the old stuff. $100 every 5 years. Between then, $800 every 3 years for a new one. Call a good appliance guy. I may do that, or I may just replace it. Tyrena, thank you for the super sticker. The fitness pair. Hearts for Tyrena and Heather Salvador for the PayPal. Also, thank you, Jennifer Marie, for the Cash App. Happy Saturday. Hearts for Jennifer Marie. As well, thank you guys. Yeah, I did, because there's someone's name that has it on there. Nerd Report saying, did Lisa say? Courtney said, I just had to replace my dryer and ended up just getting a new washer too, though through a rental place. Only realized it was freaking power outage. The fuses in the breaker box had to be replaced. Oh my gosh. Lewis Rick is going, I pity the fools who hate on Grayson Report. Thank you, Lewis Rick. But I think I'm going to try to disconnect it again. I disconnected it twice. And I'm going to try to do the same thing again to see if that and maybe take some of the clothes out to see if that actually works. Heather, whatever, what's up? Randy saying send your laundry out. I could do that too, because I have my dryer works fine. My dryer is about a year old. Randy saying Metro Mercury retrograde. I was thinking the same thing, to be honest with you. Nikki saying give that like button, love, and share the stream, guys, if you haven't done so. Just so I could get the water drained at least, and then we'll go from there. because it was working great on Wednesday when I last used it. Randy saying, love your energy. Thank you. Heather Salvador saying, or just move clothes around to see if that's what I was thinking. I go, maybe, because I was Googling, so maybe that would do it. No, Bon, it's not. It doesn't have, it's one of those analog ones with the dial. That's how old it is. No, no, it's from, yeah, it's about 20 years old, I want to say. My dryer has a digital, touch screen, but not the washer. My dryer was like completely technologically advanced compared to my washer. Alana M says those are the best ones. They last forever. I know. It actually did. It was probably Heather, whatever, saying washers were better than, maybe not more water efficient. Courtney goes, if you need to empty it with a bucket to scoop the water out and then remove the clothes, might need to follow suit and get a new washer. I know that's probably what I'm going to have to do. And then probably see if I pull the drain hose off, if it would drain. Diane, what is up? How's it going? Wink Shape Berry, I love analog. My microwave never stops beeping. So far, though, my dryer is beautiful, so I don't mind it. But I know eventually it's probably. Randy says use a wet. I have one, but I don't think it's big enough to get the water out. It's one of those spot ones. Ozzy Walks, I was thinking that, but it worked fine. Logical Spock says, yeah, you need a new washer with a detector that will let you know if it's overloaded or unbalanced. D nice. Chris Barber goes, believe it or not, my stove is older than me, probably over 60 years old, and still works. Whoa, that is super crazy. Randy's going, in this case, bigger is better. Springstorm, actually, it agitates. So I don't think it's that. I even opened it like 6 or 7 times. But it goes into agitation mode where it goes, where it like, I don't know how to explain it, but it does that, but it just doesn't spin or drain. Daniel's going, first thing you need to do is get the ghost out of your washing machine. I know they're messing with my washing machine now instead of my laptop. Diane, that is probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to end up taking it all out and then rinsing it out because it looks like it's still soapy water, and then dumping it in the dryer. Either that or I can find a laundromat just to wash it real quick and then. Courtney says it's possible to get a sock stuck in it. It's happened to me before. I heard about that because there's a gap in between, the washer bowl and the wall of the washer. And missing your washer ate your socks is actually a real thing. Cindy, what is up? I had to work Thursday 9 p.m. to Friday 4 p.m. Wow. Michael, nothing. I did a reset that I saw online and it didn't work, but I'm going to try it again. Daniel Miles saying hang it on the clothesline and beat it with a broom. All right, guys, we're going to go into the first set of business here. Guys, real quick, did any of you guys see the last episode? I know a lot of you aren't fans of Ghost Adventures, but just out of curiosity, did any of y'all see the last episode? Because I caught a little mistake on it and I wanted to talk about it because I actually did not get to watch it until today after work while I was eating dinner. They investigated I forgot the name of the building. It's in West Hills, and it's like a park. And the building that they investigated is now used as a school. Jennifer Marie caught it. Jennifer Marie, did you catch that editing mistake? If you guys don't mind me telling the mistake. All right, if you guys don't mind, I was watching it, and it's the last 2 minutes or so of the episode, and I'm sitting there, I'm watching it. Zach's going on to check the guys. He goes to the he's going to the basement because the guys are in the basement. So this I guess that's where the main activity is in the basement of this building. So he goes over there. He gets dizzy. So as he's going to the basement, there's a table that they set up. One table, because obviously it's in a school. So one table had those light up balls on it, and they had two regular like play balls. Just I know that didn't sound right. To see if they would move, and then on the table in front of it, they had a teddy bear, which obvious if anything touches it, it lights up. So they have one of those bears, which I want one of those. And so he passes the scene. So he passes that scene I just described to go to the basement. He gets dizzy. He starts, then he goes through his commentary and going, well, while this was happening, we caught this. So then they go back to the scene, and I'm like kind of dozing off because I'm just there relaxing, and I was like, what happened to the bear? So in that scene, we're back into the same room that he had just passed moments ago, and there was a bear on the table, but now there's no bear on the table. So I had to rewind it, and then there, lo and behold, the bear was on the table, and now it's not on the table. So, guys, if you want to catch the last 2 minutes of the episode, you'll see an editing mistake. And I don't think anyone caught that, but the bear disappears mysteriously in that episode. But just wanted to tell y'all because that was one of my findings when I was watching it. Which I thought was crazy before I get into Bernadette. Bernadette saying the bear is a ghost. Randy's saying the Stanley Hotel, and I want to actually go there too. Chris likes Aaron. Aaron's a big goofball. I was like screaming at the TV. I was like, oh my god, the bear disappeared! No, I'm just kidding. Because I was tired when I was watching it, so I thought I was imagining things. Well, anyways, we're going to get into Ghost in the News, where I Google Ghost in the News and we see what pops up. And this little article, I have actually several articles. I have several articles. And hold on here. Let me put some. I don't even know which one. We'll play this one. All right. Very subtle mood, music. Well, anyways, just in case the ghosts want to mess with my equipment, so you have something to listen to besides dead air equipment. Okay, this little article is from the New York Post. It was published today. Today, actually. Today? Yeah, today. It's saying I spotted a ghost at my store. A family died in a house fire there. It starts off. It's written by Jane Hearst. Starts off by saying hair-raising. Tyler Corley, who owns the salon TJC and BLC Aesthetics in Manchester, England, has fled his property after seeing what he believes is a family of ghosts there. Kennedy News and Media reports. The 32-year-old beautician received notification of a humanoid on his shop's motion-activated camera on June 28. Corley claims he spotted the outlines of parents and their 2 kids among shelves in his salon. When I saw them, I was freaked out, Corley told Kennedy News. I showed people I work with, and they saw straight away it is bright as day. He told his salon partner and co-owner Brodie Corley about his sightings shortly thereafter. Apparently, this is what he caught on his camera, and to me, it looks kind of crazy. Dave, Bernadette, I got your text, and I was still working at the time, and it's the crazy day where I have to work late, and I got to get up early to go back to work again, so I did. I'm still tired from that, so I apologize for not returning your text, but I will return it. But I don't mind, you're not bugging me. I've been meaning to tell you that, and I just got busy with work. So sorry, Bernadette. So this is basically the figures he spotted out, and I'm like, okay. So what do you guys think of these figures? And it's saying a UK beautician is convinced he saw a family of ghosts in his salon. But honestly, to me, it looks like they just made a dirty mark on the wall, but that's me. Hold on, let me see. Does that make it better? It looks like... Oh, I mean, I guess it's something, because it's something in front of a shelf. But... Chameleon UK saying just publicity for a salon. Chris Barber says it looks like butt cheeks. Or it looks like a sweat angel. Like you were working out and you got up. Daniel Miles, it's a chair with sitting impressions. Yeah, but there's one that's like way up here. It looks like there's a printer. I guess that's a trash can. A bunch of shelves. But when I saw that, I was like, that? Here's another, like, picture not pointing it out. So this is more of what the picture or video. Randy's going and Osiris are both laughing at the sweat angel. But for some odd reason, it still looks like somebody took some dust and put it on the wall. So he goes, they are too scared to return, the shop owners. The petrified Corley claims he learned that a mom and baby had passed away in a fire on the property, which used to boast a terrace house. Well, I mean, I guess I believe like a charred looking shadow. He believes these are the spirits he saw. We did some research and found a picture of the people who used to live there, he explains. It's exactly like the family on the camera. How could you tell what somebody looks like? with dust shadows. Not to say I'm a believer, but some technology kind of makes it hard to believe. So I pretty much kind of am a little skeptical about some of these things. And since he began renting the space in January, he recalls experiencing a box being thrown across the room, as well as the neon sign being moved when he wasn't there. All I see when I close my eyes is the mom, dad, little boy, and the little girl in the CCTV footage, Corley says. And I guess that's one of the shop owners. This is the said shop. After the incident, he decided to lease a new space 5 minutes down the road, admitting he has lost nearly $13,000 in the process. He still has to pay rent on the old salon and remains too scared to go back inside to retrieve his used equipment. I've lost a lot of business because of all my clientele is around that area, continued. More than 12,700. It's just too much anxiety for me. I don't want to be there. I'm like, dude, I would love to be there. He goes, we're not making any profit because any money we got, we're spending it on rent. So I'm waking up to work and paying rent on a shop that isn't open. Well, keep it open or sell it. Now Corley is begging someone to come and cleanse the building by burning sage. He pleaded for help in a Facebook post and reportedly upon the insistence of students from his salon academy. Corley wrote that he's looking for someone to come and spend a good few hours in the shop to rid it of spirits. Do we have any spirit people on my Facebook? He asked in a post, according to Kennedy News. Someone that can come out to my client clinic and spend a good few hours there. You'll definitely feel energy if you're into this. When he woke up the next day, the post had conjured up hundreds of likes, shares, and comments, as well as messages from ghost hunters eager to help. I would stay in the building. I wouldn't move. Because, I mean, all he did was catch an eerie thing. Besides, he claims a box was thrown about. So what do you guys think of this? Do you think... Because someone earlier had said he's just doing it for publicity, but he is not in the shop now. He has another shop. Joanne Miranda says he could do the cleansing himself, clearing himself. That's what I was thinking. Osiris is saying, exactly, sell it then. Bia Stone says he should offer them some free services. Heather Salvador says, sounds like an excuse to me. Matthew, what is up? I see more than just the yellow circle. There is the same reflection above that circle. Jennifer Marie said, I would more likely believe it if he showed the video and those shadows appeared and disappeared. I don't believe it just based on the picture. I agree with you, Jennifer, because pictures you can Photoshop it. And to be honest with you, it looks like a sweat angel to me. Alana M says the place is definitely active. Wendy's going smudge and sage. He was wanting someone to go in there because he refuses to go in there himself. But he could do it himself. Or they both can go in there. Heather Salvador saying, I have a hair salon, never would just leave sage once every 6 months. That's what I was saying. I wouldn't leave. Jennifer Mary goes, yeah, it's sus he didn't publicity share the CCTV footage and just a still frame. I agree, because if he was afraid of showing what his, the inside of his salon is, he's already showing it on a picture. So why not just show the video? Or maybe he was like, if you guys give me, I don't know if he did that, but you never know nowadays. Tyrannozoid, I agree, it looks like sweat. Joanne Miranda saying it looks some kind of reflection from the photographer. Alana M, something happened there, it needs to be resolved. I don't dismiss that. What he says when they were looking up the location of the property, that a family had died there. Wendy goes, I would go behind you, Lisa. I'll video. You go first. Randy goes, I have moved from interest in spirits to aliens. I'm actually kind of the opposite. I'm more of a believer in... Don't get me wrong, I like aliens. I'm just more of a believer in the spirit world than I am with aliens. Melissa, what is up? Osiris is saying maybe the ghost has anxiety sweats. Maybe. Heather Salvador, tell me you don't want to pay rent without paying rent. Exactly. It's like, just stay there. Yay, Daniel. That is super cool. That is so cool. Water Dragon goes, I'm more invested in communication with the dead than with aliens. Ozzy goes, someone went a little heavy with the body lotion. I didn't think of that one, but yeah. Yeah. That's a possible. Guys, I know I'm going bird, but did you guys were any of you guys a fan of The Price is Right? Because it just reminded me, because I saw an ad pop up. I just heard the news. I know I'm going a little off topic, but the host of The Price is Right had passed away at the rightful age of 99, Bob Barker. I used to watch that when I was younger. Jennifer Marie said, I watched that show when I would stay home from school sick as a kid. Sad to hear he passed. Same here. Or when I was sick from work or whatever it may be, I used to watch it. I stopped watching it though after a while, but I used to watch that. And Water Dragon goes, wasn't big in those game shows, but I have seen the one and know who Bob B is. He was a big animal advocate. Chris Barber, I was thinking the same thing, but then I thought, wait a minute, no, he didn't. Daniel, you scored. Bernadette says, I do not want to live that dang long. 99 years is too long for me. He lived a life. He was blessed, if you want to think of it, because a lot of people don't make it to his age. Elaine, what's up? Logical Spock says he was in the movie Happy Gilmore too. I used to watch all those talk show hosts, like the Ricky Lake Show, Jerry Springer, Maury. It was Maury Povich with the "He's not the father." Cindy saying, I also watched it when I was homesick from school. Bia Stone said he once said his wife wondered if he went to work if he didn't have lipstick on his collar. Brandy was like, as long as he had quality of a life. Diane goes, when the first person to think of guessing $1 was so clever, they got on stage. Bernadette with the Jerry. Matthew is saying Wayne Brady had his own show he did a lot of guests on. Wendy's like, ditto Lisa, we just had the conversation today about the old talk shows. But yeah, I was like, wow. But he was blessed to be on this earth for 99 years. So, as before I got sidetracked, because I saw I saw Bob Barker. This little article I got, Springstorm actually shared it on my Discord, and I thought it was kind of interesting. It's from, she shared me one from a different site, but I found this one that's pretty much about the same, information on the, New York Post. And it's weird but true. Naked wolfman spotted by hikers in German mountains. He wouldn't take his eyes off of us. Written by Richard Polina, and this is the New York Post. Nightmare fuel. Hikers capture a bone-chilling photo. There was a bone-chilling photo. I don't know where it went. Oh, after the ad. Bone-chilling photo of a mysterious naked wolfman who officials believe has lived in the wild for at least 5 years as they traveled through Germany, Harz Mountains, on Tuesday. Gina Weiss and her friend Toby encountered the unkempt figure who sat on a rock and seemingly carried a spear in the heart of the wilderness, telling German newspaper Bild that the figure wouldn't take his eyes off us. Weiss, 31, said the chance encounter with the unknown mountain man lasted about 10 minutes as she explored the woods near Blankenberg, about 150 miles outside Berlin. When we reached the sand caves, we saw the wolfman, Weiss told the outlet. And here is the picture of the wolfman. I don't want to pick it too loud or too large because they did say he was naked, and I'm not sure if they enlarged certain things on him. But that is the wolfman that they encountered. And apparently he's been in this area for 5 years. Living off the land. He stood up high on one of the caves and held a long wooden stick like a lance in his arms. The man was spotted unkept in ragged clothing in the deep wilderness of he wasn't naked per se. It's saying in ragged clothing in the deep wilderness of the Harz Mountain in Germany. Weiss estimated the man to be in his late 40s and said it looked as if he was from the prehistoric era. He wouldn't take his eyes off of us, said nothing. He looked dirty like a Stone Age man from a history book, she revealed. The Times reported that police in Blankenberg received multiple reports over the past 5 years of a bizarre figure draped in wolf fur or in a wolf costume who roamed freely in its wilderness. This is an absolutely beautiful area. I would not mind hiking there. That is absolutely gorgeous. But very, very beautiful area. In March, authorities received a call from a distressed hiker demanding help, saying there's a wolf man running around here in the park, sharing that inexplicable firebolts were appearing around the area of the figure, the outlet said. However, emergency personnel couldn't find the wolf man when they reached the site for its investigation. Members of the Blankenberg Fire Brigade also reported seeing a man roaming the forest only to scurry away when he noticed the crew, the outlet reported from MDR, the regional public broadcaster of Saxony-Anhalt, the state where Blankenberg is located. Very awesome area. Emerging personnel explain their concern lies more that a man is living in the woods and could cause a detrimental wildfire than the legend of a wolfman stalking hikers out in the wild. Someone clearly knows how to live outside and adapt to the changing seasons, Alexander Beck, the head of Blankenberg Fire Brigade, told Bill. Located in northern Germany, the Harz mountain range stretches 68 miles into the German states Sachsen-Anhalt and Niedersachsen, which is the highest peak between the Brocken, towering over the landscape at more than 3,700 feet, according to the park's website. The region is known for its labyrinth landscape and dense vegetation, which differs throughout its massive reach. Eerie legends and myths of strange and otherworldly creatures lurking in the vast mountain ranges and wilderness are nothing new for German folk tales and fables. A third of the country is covered by dense woodland, and the Harz region forest is entrenched with lore focused around witches, ancient cults, and frightening devilish beasts prowling in the shadows. The culture around witches in the wilderness runs deep enough that locals in the area celebrate a festival called Walpurgis Night, or Witches' Night, on April 30th each year since 1870 CE, according to the worldhistory.org. The century... Oh, that's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind going to that. That sounds cool. The centuries-old lore, dating back sometime in mid-700 CE, tells a tale of witches descending to the highest mountain peaks of the Harz region on May Day's Eve, when their powers are legend to be most potent, and danced around the fire while entering the unholy matrimony with the devil. Alright. The event is to pay respect to the 9th century English missionary named Saint Walpurga, who repelled the witch's evilness that was wreaking havoc on the nearby towns, according to the outlet. The festival is often referred to as the second Halloween. According to the legend, a well-lit fire is meant to keep evil spirits away, only further fueling the strangeness of the fire sites found throughout the national park as of recent. So what do you guys think of the Wolfman in Germany? They were like, he couldn't take his eyes off of us. Water Dragon goes, I've never met a witch with a nose like that. Must be one of those misconceptions like Vikings and horns. Yes, I totally agree. Wank Shapeberry's going, luckily I'm a wizard. Heather Whatever's asking, does he bite? I don't think so. I think they were just hiking and the guy was watching them. But I'm pretty sure he's not around people, so when he sees people, he's obviously going to watch them. So that might explain why he couldn't take his eyes off of us. Wendy goes, I met a witch in Puerto Rico. Daniel Miles, he probably lives in the wild. Yeah, he probably lives in the wild and he knows the way of the land. So he knows how to live off the land. And survive in the winter. That's okay, Wink Shapeberry. It's still cool. Daniel Masco, he's waiting for him to drop something. You never know. Like, they might get scared or something and drop their provisions, and then he goes over and grabs it. Be a stone. They were saying maybe because he was dirty, and I guess maybe he had fur on or something. Bernadette says he should go on that show Survivor. He'd probably win it. He probably would. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't want anything to do with society. That's why he's living off the land. Which in some ways I don't blame him. Sometimes being simple is sometimes having the simple life is bliss. Elaine goes, I'm down for a wolfman. Survival in the wild is a cool skill. It is. Water Dragon goes, naked and afraid. He's already living it. Susan Wright going, they said he's like a man in his 40s, so yeah, he's human. He just lives off the land. Like, he probably doesn't like people, which I don't blame him. Or he doesn't want to deal with people. You never know what his story is. It could be something like someone broke his heart and he decided to, I don't know, it didn't say, but Daniel said, I lived in a cabin with 4 feet of snow all winter, had to hike out. That is crazy. To get food, that is super crazy. Susan! Better late than never. Glad you made it. But that little story I thought was kind of interesting. And guys, if you have any stories, you can post it on Springstorm. I actually posted it in my Discord. If you want to join my Discord, my Telegram, my Facebook group, it is all listed in my link tree. If you guys want to, if you find a crazy story you want to share, give me a second, guys. I'm trying to drop my link tree in there. Well, dropped my Telegram if you guys want to join it. I have a Discord, I have a Facebook group, and I also have a Discord, if I did not say that already. Go for it, Chris. But I just posted my link tree, so if you guys want any of my links, they are there. Will is also posting the individual groups. Like, he posted my Telegram, he's posting my Facebook group. And he also posted my link tree, which I think, thank you, Will, I appreciate that. If you have any spooky stories you want to share, join any of my, whichever one you prefer. I post on all of them. I join you guys on all of them. Alright, the next article. I actually have a lot of ghosts in the news today. I found plenty, because now the Haunted Museum has run its course. Not the Haunted Museum, the Haunted House movie. The Haunted Mansion movie. I couldn't think. I got a brain fart. Finally has run its course, so it's no longer ghost. It's no longer the headlines. So this one is on Cowboy State Daily, and it says the White Wolf Saloon, Douglas, Wyoming's oldest bar for sale, includes a free ghost. Founded in 1887, the oldest bar in Douglas, Wyoming is for sale. Included in the sale is at least one ghost, a working telephone booth, and Don Johnson's pet alligator from Miami Vice. So this is the White Wolf Saloon, which is pretty cool. needless to say. Spirit of the Tree says, I still vote that we do a meetup in a haunted location. That would be cool. Bloody Mary drinks from the White Wolf Saloon are a long-standing tradition for many during the Wyoming State Fair, but no longer. The Douglas Classic is closed, and its owners, Diane and Carl Strode, had listed the bar for 315,000 buckaroos. The couple, at age 70, are retiring for what Diane told Cowboy State Daily will be the second and final time in their lives. This was my husband's dream, she said, and he said, when I retire, I want to go to the Rockies. So every summer he would head there and look for something that would be like a mom and pop place. Carl was a high school history teacher for 30 years, while Diane worked on a horse ranch in Florida for 31 years. Over the years, the couple looked for their dream bar in a number of states. When they visited family in Oklahoma, for example, they looked during trips to Montana, Arizona, and New Mexico, too. Everything was too big or too much money, Diane said. One day, though, on eBay, Carl found something that seemed interesting and affordable in Douglas, Wyoming. A haunted saloon. Hold on, guys. Thank you, Heather Whatever, for your PayPal. Wolfman Jack, yay! Hearts for Heather Whatever. Thank you for the support. Water Dragon goes, a haunted place with a wolf in the title? Lisa, this might be a sign. Welcome to Wyoming winters. So I flew out from Miami, Florida in the middle of winter, not knowing how to dress or drive or anything in the snow, Diane recalled. Despite that, she made it to Douglas, but what she found was terribly disappointed. The place was not what anybody would want to buy, she said. Still, there was just something about the bar. It had character. She could see the possibilities. I was like, we can fix it up any way we want it, she said. She managed to talk the owners into pulling the saloon from eBay to give the couple time to sell their home in Florida at the end of the school year. Next, she just needed to find a house with some acreage for horses. She finally found a listing that looked promising. I told them the same thing, Diane said. We can't come soon, and they're like, that's okay. And I was like, this is the way things should be. Like your words are a handshake. And so that's exactly what happened. Nobody asked for any money or anything down. That's actually kind of cool, to be honest with you. Like everyone trusted everybody. June of 2008, the Strodes got their Florida home ready to sell, and Carl finally got to see the saloon with his wife. His wife had found with his own eyes. That was the first time he'd seen it, other than in pictures, Diane said. The bar was in tough shape, but it was too late to turn back. The couple dove into the hard work of renovating it. They gutted the interior, paneled every wall with old barn wood, and somehow managed to go from total dump to shipshape by August, just in time for the Wyoming State Fair. Diane named their newly opened saloon the White Wolf. That was after the couple's 3 half-bred white wolves, which they had brought with them from Florida, not knowing at the time those are not legal in Wyoming. That is crazy. A place of uncommon history. One of the key selling points of the bar, Diane said, is just its history, which is one of a kind. We're the oldest bar in Douglas, dating back to 1887, Diane said. It was built by Theodore Pringle, and he called it the Pringle Saloon, a couple of blocks from where we are located now. Pringles moved the saloon to its present location not long after building it so he could build another bar that he called College Inn. That is also still a functioning establishment with a lot of history in Douglas. Additions were made to expand the Little Pringle Bar, one in the early 1900s and another in the 1960s. The original bar is still visible and a functioning part of the saloon. Those original walls can be seen through the liquor bottles at the Pecan Bar where guests sit. The Strodes added a hitching post to their western bar so that people could ride their horses right up to the saloon. I've got pictures of that, and we have a drive-up window, and I have pictures of somebody with their horse right at the window there, Strode said. That is super cool. Their eye-catching saloon was photographed not long ago by author and photographer Carol Highsmith. A print of that photo is now preserved in the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. She came 2 years ago with her husband Ted, and they were going all over the United States taking pictures in every state, Diane said. And she said ours was one of her favorite places that she'd ever been in, and that she's writing her life history, and she wants that to be on the cover of her book. Now to the chase about the ghost. You and I care. What's up, Manda Panda? How's it going? When the Strodes bought the bar, it was advertised as having a ghost. The goings-on since the purchase have not dissuaded Diane from believing that their little western saloon is indeed haunted. A former owner of the bar told Diane that things would get moved around in the office despite the fact no one was allowed in there. She also said sometimes they got snowed in because she lived in Casper and so she couldn't drive back home. Diane said she would hear different things going on. Diane has experienced several similar occurrences, but far from being frightening. However, Diane experienced those things as benign, even friendly, like the ghost is a spirit that wants to protect the bar. Someone from back east contacted me and told me she thinks it is her great-grandfather visiting in spirit, Strode said. His name was Adam Hughes, and right near the front door there was a payphone. He had a trucking business, and he used the bar's number for his business because he was always at the bar. The bar's owner at the time even put a longer cord on the phone so it would reach Hughes's customary bar stool. One day, though, Hughes just fell off the bar stool dead from a heart attack. We believe that he comes around, Strode said. We've had lots of instances, where people may get tapped, or they hear noises, or maybe you'll hear someone break. Something break. Someone break. Something break. But nobody's around. Those sounds have included music from a piano whose keys were covered. Strode said paranormal groups have been to the bar and reported picking up signals with their equipment, suggesting there is paranormal activity. Welcome to the Freak Show. What customers really like, though, is what they call the Freak Show experience, which starts outside the bar with poised cowboy figures, or who knows, perhaps they are outlaws perpetually waiting to greet guests or to sit quietly for a photo. Inside the bar, artifacts of all kinds cover the walls, sit on the floor, crawl along the ceiling, and fill up just about every possible nook and cranny of the bar. It's a dizzying experience that's hard to take in all at once. Multiple trips and likely multiple drinks are needed to really take it all in. For example, by the fireplace, there's a huge dented Coors beer can above which floats what appears to be a bull's head. On the opposite corner of the fireplace, there's a life-size skull-headed pirate holding a goblet and a cutlass next to what appears to be a porcelain Christmas stocking that Santa left behind. Between these things, over the functioning fireplace, hangs a red wolf sign. A number of random trophies and other things sit along the mantle. That's just one tiny, rather uncluttered but by comparison area of the bar. Elsewhere, a variety of taxidermy animals vie for dominance along the walls, while the furs of unknown critters are tacked to the ceiling. Creatures range from mooses to pheasants and all manners of animals in between. Some sports unlikely attire, a brassiere or a baseball cap in their horns. No telling what the story there might be. That sounds pretty cool. All about the alligator. And then there's Elvis. He is a 13.5 foot taxidermied alligator crawling above the ceiling, which came from the Miami Vice television show and was owned by Don Johnson himself. I had a crush on Don Johnson when I was like 5. I remember my dad would watch Miami Vice, and he would be watching it, and I would see it, like, I would be playing with my friends, and Don Johnson would come out, and I'd be, like, drooling at 5, if that makes any sense. Everything in there has a story. Diane told Cowboy State Daily. The barn wood on the walls is all branded. The bar is an old pecan bar from Texas, and we've got old ceiling tins from the Occidental Hotel in Buffalo, Wyoming. The tins are probably close to 135 years old and are the perfect touch to tie everything in the Kitschy salon together. There are so many artifacts, it's impossible to take it all in on one trip. Patrons reported seeing new things they missed on every new trip to the bar. We're selling it as a commercial property, Diane said, so they have the opportunity, if they want to, use it as a bar because we've hung onto our liquor license. All the conversation starters that have made the bar a must-visit place in Douglas come with the bar, Strode said, along with the establishment's liquor license. That includes good old Elvis, the 13.5-foot alligator, and presumably the friendly ghost who once had a trucking business he ran out of what was once known as the Pringles Saloon. So guys, what do you think? I'm kind of sad that it's closing. It seems like a cool place to go visit. So what do you guys think about the White Wolf Saloon? Ozzy Walk said, I had a massive crush on Don Johnson when I was 11 and 12. Elaine was like, same. Susan Rick was like, Don Johnson was hot back then, loved the Miami backdrop. Ozzy Walks goes, Don Johnson is still hot. Wink Shape Berry's going, I'm sad it's closed. So am I. That seemed like a cool place. Water Dragon goes, in Miami, I'd rather date Dexter than Don Johnson. You and I care Pringles like the chips. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, Osiris says we must be all over 40 and above in here. I know we all dated ourselves. With the Miami Vice reference. I mean, some people heard of Don Johnson. Doesn't necessarily mean we're in our 40s. Heather, whatever goes, I don't care. I'm older than Naked Wolf Guy. So am I. Tyranna with the that's so cool. That's so cool. Now all I have to do is just hold my shirt up. That's so cool. Bernadette never liked Don Johnson. What? I agree. Wendy, age is nothing but a number. Diane says the bar sounds like a very interesting place. It does. I'm sad it's closing, or I'm hoping that the person that does buy it continues it as a bar. That just seems like a cool place to go. I know, Chris, but remember, age is just a number. Julissa is not ashamed to say I'm in my 40s. Spirit of the Tree saying my brother emulated Don Johnson in the 80s, tank and a white blazer. He is 10 years older than me. Osiris says age is just a number till you start feeling that arthritis kick in. Shiloh Toto! Whoa! No, I'm not. No, that's awesome. We're not all in our 40s, guys. Susan Rex saying you can rewatch old things, doesn't put an age number on your bag. Exactly. There's a lot of people. I mean, there's reruns. Super cool. Daniel, you're a 1967 baby? That is cool. Alright guys, I have 2 videos. And then we'll get into Japan's most haunted places. Shiloh Toto goes, it's okay, I'm the perfect age for Johnny Depp when he grows up. Manda Panda, 95, baby. That was a good year, Manda Panda. Ozzy goes, I found 21 Jump Street on an obscured app last night. It's so cute to watch Johnny back then and see the simple 80s life again. It is. Tyranna, no, I haven't. And I was going to grab it the last time I was there and I forgot to. The lightsaber, that is. Chris Barber goes, no, I'm the perfect age for him. So I have this little video, and of course it says something went wrong. Oh my god, let me see if I can find it again, because it... Well, I'll show the other one, forget it. I could come back to that one, or I could search on this one. It's a little TikTok video because that's where I find spooky videos sometimes. I'm not really into TikTok. I just kind of scroll looking for spooky videos. And this little video I found on TikTok was posted by Eternally Loved by God. And I'm not gonna put the music because it's got that TikTok. I hate the videos on TikTok when they add that creepy music, and believe it or not, YouTube does not like that, and it's like a generic creepy music, and they still kind of mention. They're like, we're sorry, this video was because you played this, and I'm like, dude, it's a generic horror like music box. How could that do? But anyways, I guess she was putting her son to sleep, and it's saying pay attention to the hallway. Alright, I'm paying attention to the hallway. I don't see anything. Oh, wait a minute. They're doing super zoom. Apparently, there's a shadow. that goes by the door. Spirit of the tree, unfortunately, I can't. Even if I do it on my computer, it doesn't make it any bigger. It just looks like it's like repeating itself. It just kind of makes it look crazy. Apparently it's like a shadow, like when it... I kind of wish they pointed it out. Alright, do you see how the camera is zooming? Like right here. You'll see like the shadow. You'll see like there's a shadow that see how there's no light and now there is? Oh, that's where... Yeah, you could see it. You gotta look at the light though. See how there's no light and now there's a light? Apparently there's a shadow that's there. How can I make it bigger? Wait, Chief Berry. Rochelle, what is up? Be a Stone say maybe someone else is in the hallway. Hey, Wendy, it looks like it's like one of those just like home cameras that you have, like a Ring camera or a Blink camera. Glad you're able to make it, Rochelle. The only way you could see is if you look, you'll notice like there's a light in the hallway and there's not a light there now. And then the light comes back. But I tried, I can't make it. Like I'm even like super zooming on my computer and it doesn't make the... Chris goes more butts. Yeah, I guess they have... Their camera can zoom in, because there's some cameras where you can zoom in. I don't know what kind of camera this is. Spirit of the Tree says the light, though, just makes it seem less genuine. That girl in the car, I do have, a Discord, I do have a Facebook group, and I do have a Telegram. If you're on any of those, you can send me a link there. It is on my link tree. All my links are on my link tree here. Diane says her shadow is on the wall in the room. Shadow moves left in the hallway. That's what I was thinking, because it looks... Susan Rick says the light is weird. I don't see the shadow. When you don't see the light, Susan, that's when the shadow's there. You and I care. Thank you for the super sticker. Hearts for you and I care. Thank you. Rochelle says, but I believe it because the morning I awoke to an orb, it looked a lot like that light. Oh, that's crazy. Well, no, that light, I think, is just a light that they have in the hallway. Bernadette saying, I'm just gonna say that was her big old butt. I'm sorry. Okay, that girl in the car. You guys are fascinated with her booty. Oh no, yeah, oh no, I saw Baby Got Back. Don't get that song stuck in my head. Alright guys, I have another one. You guys may have seen this one. I can't find much because a lot of them either has somebody talking on them and I don't like that. I'm like, I just want to see the video. Or they have crazy music on it. Well, this one kind of does, but you guys have probably seen, for those of you that use an iPhone, I guess when you take a picture, it actually takes like a video before it, I guess. I don't use an iPhone, so I don't know. But this is what someone posted. And this one's actually on viral cam moments. So I guess with an Apple, it takes like a video before a picture or something like that. You guys are now all so anyways, you guys, I like how in the chat we go from Alright, Chris is saying yes it can, because it's called live photo, records the first couple seconds before after photo. Thank you, Jennifer Marie. I'm an Android girl, so I don't know much about Apple. But anyways, like what Jennifer Marie says, it's called a live photo. It records the first couple of seconds before and after the photo. So I guess what this person does, it's his family catches something terrifying on the camera. And I've actually seen this one before. I just never... Jennifer Marie's like, whoa, what the... Amanda Pan saying dog, but look at, there's no dog in the picture at all, though. And it actually looks like someone walking, not like a dog. It actually looks like someone walking on all fours. Or almost like a, yeah. Amanda Panda goes, it's a wolf! Matthew says, my last Android phone, I had mine making a few second videos at the picture too, so it's not just an iPhone. Spirit of the Trees goes, now that's trippy. Daniel goes, that was Dobie. Manda Panda goes, that's so creepy. Ozzy Walks goes, chupacabra. Bernadette goes, oh dang, now that's not a butt. That's like a smoky kind of thing. Matthew says, looks like it's crawling. Heather, whatever goes, Uncle Buck too drunk to stand up. Elaine's going, okay, that's creepy. Hold on. I don't think I can. Darn, I was trying to pause it. See if I can. Alright. There you go. I paused it. There's the creature. Daniel Mello says, really kind of looks like a miniature Bigfoot. Manda Panda says it looks like a husky. Chris is going, ghost of a ski walker. Wendy goes, I saw a long tail. Chris is like, skinwalker. Water Dragon goes, is that video double exposed like a photograph? I don't think so. I think they're taking a video of a phone screen. Spirit of the Tree goes, wow, animalistic humanoid. Jen, what's up? Hopefully not someone's ex. Water Dragon says, pause, it looks like something from Minecraft. Tyrana goes, looks like a wolf. It kind of moves like a ape, kind of. Susan Reich says, saw a furry arm. It kind of looks like it's moving like, like an ape, like a gorilla. Daniel goes, whatever it is, it's scratching butt and dragging it. Diane says, looks like a dog. I see a tail. Well, too, she's taking a picture of a picture kind of thing. Like it's on a phone and then she's recording it on another phone. Heather, whatever goes, sloths are cute. Bernadette goes, spirits don't like to be in pics or videos. It was out of there. Julissa says it does look like a dog. Elaine goes, my husband said the same thing, dragon butt. It's either that or it looks like someone like, sliding into home base or something. I don't know. I'm just like. Spirit of the Trees is like, spirits be like, I'm out, yo. Susan says that was a monkey crawling. Jennifer Marie goes, that ghost is like, nope, scurries off, ran off faster than my mom when the camera is pulled out. Rochelle says it's a reflection from her room she is taking videos from. Plus, it's a few seconds too. It looks like I took a picture before the flash went off. Bernadette goes, maybe the kid farted. Wendigo's front legs appear to be short for the mass of whatever that is. Or it looks like someone, like a person crawling. I still feel like it looks like an ape or like a gorilla. Daniel Miles, I think it's because before it took a video before the flash actually went on. Daniel's like someone who didn't want to be in the picture. Susan goes, a chimp crawling. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to me. Ozzy walks as someone who has been rolling around in the dirt. That girl in the car just sent the link on Discord. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can find it on my computer so I can, because I'm not connected to my Discord on my computer. Hold on here. Hold on. Let me remove that so you don't see me searching. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Chameleon UK guys, it's the hairy German wolfman. Ozzy goes, it spins its body around, but it's facing behind the people. Then it turns and its butt is facing in the direction it's headed. I see legs and arms and a butt. Let me see if I can find it, because I don't have Discord connected to my computer, unfortunately. Bernadette says next year at Mad Monster, I'll bring a thermal scanner so we could see farts and maybe spirits. Rochelle said I had something crazy here happen last night and found a kitten in the hallway on the bottom floor, knocked on the door near, and the kitten ran into my neighbor's door. We could not get it to leave. Wow. Rochelle says all I could do was tell them sorry. I meant to ask if it belonged to them, but the equipment running into their space without me even saying anything, they're like, what the heck? Or the kitten. Oh, that's crazy. Cool name, Rochelle. Daisy. um, 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 um. Ah. Okay, I think I found it. That girl in the car, where is this video taken? Nice! Because I found it, so I'm going to share it, but I want to know where it was. What we're all looking at when I share it. Everyone's obsessed with farts in the chat. Okay, that girl in the car saying that was taken at work. It's an old boys reform school. Now the building is used for addiction treatment. All right, that girl in the car, she sent me this video and saying that this was taken at my work. It's an old boys reform school. Now the building is used for addiction treatment. So here is the video, guys. Oh, not that one, sorry. That is trippy. So what do you guys think? You see something interesting, you see something enter the room, and then it just, you see the footsteps, and then it kind of just disappears. That is crazy. What do you guys think? Bernadette hit those. That's crazy. D Nice is like, hashtag that's so cool. Manda Panda goes invisible cloak. That girl in the car saying that room wasn't being used and found it when doing camera reviews. Oh, that is crazy. Julissa goes Shadow Man. Susan Wright goes yes. Rochelle actually saying it's altered. Jennifer Marie, it was from the work. Bia Stone goes, why do doors open? Ghost open doors? It could be just someone that just reliving their life over and over again. Daniel Mouse, somebody who didn't fully enter into the building. I did see them go through the door. Elaine says, can we see it again? That girl in the car saying, we have a few haunts here. There are records of many disappearances when it was the school, and at least one confirmed self unliving. Chris Barber goes, doors are easy to move. That's why they do it. Rochelle saying definitely edited. And Rochelle is usually the one that's always the believer out of everyone. Daniel Miles is saying, I don't see him backing up. You and I care. That girl in the car shared it. It is from a work. It's from work. It was an old boys reform school. Now the building is used for addiction treatment. That girl in the car goes, I wish I was talented enough to edit like this. Maybe I'd get more hits on my TikTok. Well, that girl in the car got it from work, guys. Diane says, I could still see a shadow on the wall by the door during the footsteps. Jennifer's asking, girl in the car, does the security footage overwrite itself after X amount of days? Matthew goes, looks like something with the camera settings and such happens with cats and dogs in ghost videos. Their color matches the background where they blend in. Bia Stone's unexplainable. Wendy, drop your deets. At least we're off butts. Spirit of the Tree says, very cool share. That girl in the car says it doesn't overwrite any video with motion detected is saved. The rest is deleted. Jin, so glad to see you in the chat. Heather, whatever, saying the girl in the car. That's cool. That is so cool. Elaine is questioning the footprints. Rochelle says, yes, thank you for sharing since it's your video and you say it's not edited, so I'm not sure now. Tyranna with the that is so cool emoji. And everyone's back to butts. Chameleon UK says could be a cloaked face peeler. Jennifer Marie's still trying to debunk it, asking at the girl in the car, what's the shadowy area? Can someone walk into it fully, or is there a wall? I'm torn on this one, and we have a rare chance to ask questions from insider knowledge. Good question. I know, pesky Mercury in retrograde. Bernadette! Thank you for gifting 5 more memberships. Hearts for Bernadette. Welcome, Amanda, Panda, Rochelle, Heather, whatever. Caddy, Texas Gal. And Martine, welcome to the Wolf Pack, courtesy of Bernadette. Hearts for Bernadette, guys. Alright, guys, last but not least, we will get into Japan's most haunted places. And this is 13 of the most haunted places, 13 being my lucky number. If I can find it. Jessica Cross, we were talking about the one that the girl in the car shared, with the door opening and a shadow figure walking across the room. D Nice is asking how many memberships for the night total. Good question. I don't think it'll tell me here on this side. Oh, it doesn't. I want to say like 15. I'm not sure because it doesn't tell me. I have to go into the go intos to get to see. Heather, whatever, my grandpa liked 13 too, said it was lucky. It is. So this is from the site Gata magazine, and it's 13 of the most haunted places in Japan. And I chose Japan because I heard that there was this spooky forest, and it is on this list. Ozzy's asking, my account doesn't have the option to be gifted memberships to any channel. I don't know how it works, Ozzy, to be honest with you, because I've never actually, I think you have to allow it. Jessica Cross says my lucky number is 13. I was born 11/3. That is so cool. That is my lucky number as well, Jessica. Heather whatever said I would think there would be sad ghosts in Japan. But Ozzy was also saying to any channel though, so I didn't. That makes sense though, Bia. D Nice goes, in elementary school my class number was always 13 for many years until middle school. That is cool. That is super cool. That is so cool. Alright, Japan is one of the oldest nations on the planet and a country that has deeply that has deeply rooted spiritual ties. With that history comes many centuries worth of folklore and mythology. These legends and stories have gone on to become the inspiration behind countless internationally famous horror films such as Ringu, The Ring, and Ju-on, The Grudge. Still, one has to wonder if any truth lies behind these tales. Even now, in the 21st century, where not many are devout believers in religion, wariness of the spiritual still exists, and measures in defense against these spirit situations have been normalized to a certain degree. This is evident in cleansings performed by shrines, cleansings performed on the sites of businesses before they open, the refusal by most to live in a home where a person has died, salt in the interest of entrance of homes and businesses to keep out bad energy, and many more. Youth across Japan, believers and non-believers alike, take upon themselves a test of courage, wherein they track down one of the many known haunted spots across the country and visit them to see if they can stomach the will to enter the unknown, holding their breath as they wait for something or nothing to happen. If you ever want to partake in your own test of courage, or are simply looking for an internet-induced chilling thrill from the safety of your own home, then look no further. Below, we've cured a list of 13 of Japan's most haunted locations. Many of these spots were the unfortunate scenes of appalling events. As such, we urge readers and potential visitors to remain respectful of the tragedies that took place, so as to avoid unfavorable events of your own. And then it gives a little warning. Please be aware that this article contains sensitive and potentially disturbing content about mental health, and death. If this subject is a difficult or upsetting one for you, we ask you to please proceed with caution or to simply stop reading. If you are a loved one is struggling and needs someone to talk to, you can find a list of international support lines here. So number 1 is the Yubetsu coal mine, Hokkaido Prefecture. Spirit of the Trees of saying Japanese horror films are the scariest, just saying. Water Dragon Ghost Japanese horror is creepy. They know how to do it. Definitely, they do. It's one of my favorite genres in horror. I do like Asian horror. Alright, in 1923, the Yubetsu coal mining town and its railway opened, and by 1967, it became one of the largest coal-producing towns in the nation, helping to thrust forward Japanese industry. The town once housed about 15,000 inhabitants and was packed with all the necessities for citizens to enjoy a comfortable life, such as its own hospital, a school, and even a theater. Despite these successes, there were countless calamities that plagued the mines and inhabitants of the town, ranging from gas explosions, cave-ins, collapses of the mines, and eventually an outbreak of the parasitic intestinal disease dysentery. Throughout its period of prosperity, the mines alone caused around 187 lives to be lost in its 47 years of operation. Thus, the village closed its doors in 1970 and all of its inhabitants left. The once flourishing village became a ghost town, literally. Due to the horrific events that took place in the town, it is said to have become haunted, with a number of rumors stipulating the various type of hauntings experienced from structure to structure. Supposedly, the most haunted place in Yubetsu coal mine is said to be the town's hospital. The hospital is said to hold the strongest and most debilitating spiritual energy of the area, with claims that the sound of a screaming woman or footsteps can be heard all around. That place looks creepy. Many reports instant onset emotion of dizziness and migraines until they leave Yubetsu coal mine. Some claim that upon their attempts to escape, their phones began to ring repeatedly until answered, and that if you take the chance of answering this call, you will be met with the sound of the wind and the same wailing that is heard from inside the hospital. Creepy. D Nice is like, of course the hospital is the most haunted. Jennifer Marie says, sounds like the town is on cursed land. Tyranna is saying Asian horror, that is so cool. Elaine saying the spirits are probably not able to rest. They're probably not. All right, the next one, number 2, is the round schoolhouse. The new Mahigashi Elementary School. Wow, that looks creepy from the outside. Obviously abandoned. The round-shaped schoolhouse was originally built in 1906 and was named Banasawa Simple Education Center. It was built as a school for the children of the nearby Mitsubishi Biba coal mine. For unknown reasons, the school went through many name changes but eventually settled on the name it's now known as, Numa Higashi Elementary School. Initially, numbers were low, but from the periods between 1940 to 70, as the mine prospered, so did the number of students, eventually housing around 1,500 children. In 1974, the school closed due to unspecified causes. The general public would believe that it was due to a drop in attendance from the local mining village closure. Yet, rumors claim something more sinister was at play. Records state that during a class break, one of the young female students suddenly disappeared from school. Upon this realization, the student's teacher ended class and called the girls home to check if she had gone home sick, but the family knew nothing of the girl's whereabouts. The entire school spent time looking for her, but she could not be found anywhere, and so the police were called. It's notable to mention that during this time, kidnappings were prevalent in Hokkaido, but no one could understand how the young student could have gone missing during their short break period. It was then rumored that the girl had been spirited away. Today, visitors to the ruins of the school and locals of the area claim that the spirit of the girl can be found around the school with her red backpack, and countless others have made claims of giggles being heard from the nearby forest. It was rumored that a psychic visited the school in an effort to free the girl's spirit, but there was so much negative energy emanating from it that the psychic had to run away. Some people claim that other darker entities reside on the school grounds and that a simple visit has been enough to drive some insane. Water Dragon goes, the schoolhouse looks creepy as F. No way. Rochelle says, very dark energy. Wank Shape Berry goes, nice place. Wendy will go as long as I'm in front. She'll film. Amanda Panda asking, why is this giving me Grudge vibes? Bernadette says, my brother went to Japan and he said he got asked to take pics with the Japanese people because I guess he's real Mexican looking. He said he felt like a celebrity. That's pretty cool. Tyranna goes, that house looks creepy. Daniel Miles, horror movies with the hair hanging in front of the face is really creepy. That is the best part. I love that. Especially when they open, especially when, you know, like the lights start to flicker and they're walking down the hallway, the elevator opens. There's the girl with the long hair in front of her face. Oh, I love it. I always get chills every time I see it. It's one of my favorite things. I don't know why. It's just something about the hair covering the face. Bernadette says, I would love to go to haunted places in Japan. Water Dragon goes, Samara? Yes! That's one of them. The Grudge has a bunch as well. Number 3, Mount Asore, Fear Mountain. Amori Prefecture. Ooh, that looks creepy looking. Osore-san is known as one of Japan's 3 most sacred sites. Originally called Mount Yusori, then later changed to Osori, meaning fear and dreaded. Osore-san is known today as the site of Bodaji Temple, where female mediums called Itako are said to be able to communicate with the deceased. Osore-san is a place that delivers visions of both the Buddhist description of paradise and hell, and is said to be one of the many gates to the underworld. Although its most recent eruption took place 10,000 years ago, the air around Osore-san is pungent with the smell of sulfur, and the steam emanating from its peaks indicates that it is still an active volcano. Its lake, Yusori, is filled with highly acidic water that is so poisonous that only one species of fish, the Japanese dase, has ever been able to survive there. Another species that inhabits this almost inhabitable land is the mamushi, the venomous Japanese pit viper. If this isn't enough to illustrate for you a vision of hell, past the lake sits the mountain's own river of Styx, Sanzu no Kawa. In Orasan, all departed souls must cross this river to reach the afterlife. That is a creepy looking statue. Despite its reputation and informal name as Fear Mountain, Osore-san holds a surreal beauty that can only be described as otherworldly. Its rich history and its rumored spiritual energy draws travelers from across the world. It is a beautiful area, though. Water Dragon Zoe Lewis and Lisa should put on a wicked haunted house for Halloween. I don't think so, Spirit of the Trees. That could be a woman. Rochelle says the statue is hella creepy. UNI Kara goes, that's kind of creepy. Julissa, that statue's kind of comical. Kind of is in some ways. But if you don't look at the statue and see the background, it's beautiful. Manda Panda. It kind of looks like that, Wendy, but I don't know. Alright, number 4, Memorial Forest. Mori no Shizuku, Owate Prefecture. The Memorial Forest is one of the most tragic locations on this list. While the validity of spiritual occurrences is debatable, the devastating impact of the lives of those related to the victims of this disaster are very much real. In 1971, an all Nippon Airways plane en route from Sapporo to Tokyo abruptly collided with an in-training self-defense force aircraft, causing the immediate combustion of the airliner, resulting in one of the most horrible aircraft disasters in the history of Japan. Each person aboard the flight lost their lives, and it was said that the bomb-like sound from the crash could be heard as far as 20 kilometers away. To honor the lost souls of the 162 people aboard All Nippon Airways Flight 58, the prefecture erected a memorial in their name. Due to the nature of the harrowing event that took place there, the area is often regarded as one of the most haunted and spiritualistically dangerous places in Japan. It is not recommended to visit past sunsets, which makes it even more appealing. Number 5, the Yagayama Bridge, Miyagi Prefecture. During the day, the Yagayama Bridge is your run-of-the-mill transportation structure. It's one of the main ways to access the many popular tourism spots that Miyagi Prefecture has to offer. And beneath the Yagayama Bridge is a valley of very geological valuable strata. However, as is the case with every other location on this list, when the sun sets, the atmosphere of the simple structure is tragically changed. Since its erection in 1937, Yagayama Bridge has unfortunately been a location that attracts many S's despite the prefectural government's significant efforts to prevent these actions, such as countless attempts to redesign the bridge and the implementation of bars and nets. There are still numerous tragic incidents that occur to this day. It's said that not only does the energy emanate from the bridge at night, but another darker energy is at play, willing passerbyers and motorists to black out or to be involved in accidents. As mentioned earlier, the Yagayama Bridge is an unnecessary structure of transportation in the area, and many locals rely on its existence to accomplish their everyday life necessities. Due to this, for those who don't drive, there's a public transport bus that runs over the bridge from the morning until well into the night. However, not many people use the bus due to the bridge's reputation. The night bus is especially barren as it's rumored to act as a bringer of souls to the other side. It's said that should the living attempt to ride the bus, even unknowingly, they'll be unable to get off and taken to the underworld. Ooh, creepy. I agree, Jennifer. I wish they shared stories of what happened after sunset. Water dragon. I don't remember it, but I know they had one. But I don't remember it it's very vague to me. Talking about the Japan's earthquake in Tsunami. Rochelle. Brandon, what's up? Number 6, Sunshine 60, Tokyo Prefecture. Ikebukuro Sunshine 60 is a place that almost everyone who lives in Tokyo or nearby has visited at least once. The skyscraper was once the tallest in Japan and was a pinnacle of Japanese innovation, using a city design to incorporate offices, convention centers, shopping, entertainment, hotels, and health centers all in one building. Today, it remains a popular tourist attraction for all that visits Tokyo. What many don't know is the dark history the land is built on holds. Sunshine 60 is built on land that formerly housed one of Japan's most infamous detention centers, the Sugami Prison. From the 1920s until 1945, Sugamo was used to house political prisoners. Then, after World War II, the United States used it to hold as many as 2,000 suspected Class A war criminals, including former Prime Minister Hideki Toho. These war criminals were often executed following trial. The prison closed in 1962 and was torn down in 1971. With Sunshine 60 being built to completion just 7 years later, it's said that the name Sunshine 60 was chosen in an attempt to distract visitors from its morbid reputation as a former execution ground. However, some rumors claim that the 60 in the name is said to represent the 60 executions that took place there. Many locals also state that the building looks too much like a gravestone for their liking. This is the building. I don't know. What do you guys think? And this is what it looked like as a prison. Elaine saying I don't think it does either. It just looks like a skyrise building to me. Like a modern building. That's all it looks like to me. Bia Stone says that's a big gravestone. Heather Whatever goes Sunny with a chance of horror. I like that one, Heather Whatever. Rochelle says, looks like any old building in cities. Aren't they all prisons? If you think of it, yeah. They kind of are. Super crazy. And it's called Sunshine 60. Shamanistic Unicorn Tan says spooky prisons are a great topic too. D Nice says reminds me of Stranger Things. Rochelle saying either paying too much in rent for a box or you're working in a job there. True, that's what it looks like to me. Spirit of the Tree says we have a haunted abandoned high-rise building here in New Orleans. Super creepy. Tyrannus saying that's a weird prison. Spirit of the Tree saying the one that is in New Orleans, it looks the same as the one in Japan. Alright, number 7. The Oran Buchi, the Yamanashi Prefecture. Off of an old road that was once part of the National Highway 411 is a beautifully scenic spot called Saeko Waterfall. To the oblivious, this would be an enticing tourism rest stop to enjoy the Japanese countryside, full of lush greenery, a gorge, and a waterfall, but the chilling history behind the beauty may make you think twice about stopping over. This beautiful scenery happens to be where 55 women forcibly fell to their death. Whoa. During the 16th century of the Sengoku period, one of the richest clans in Japan were the Takeda. This was due to the lands in which they were based, a landlocked area of which the only way to build their wealth and fund their armies was to mine, and as luck would have it, they struck gold. As a result of the proliferation of the Takeda clan's gold mining, their operation required many guards, miners, and women to entertain the men in their off hours. The Takeda clan was very protective of their gold, not all of it being used to fund their armies. They often hid the gold around their lands, burying it in the hills for safekeeping or as an offering to the gods. Throughout their rule, the Takeda clan experienced a leadership change. Unfortunately, this was during a brutal warring period. During the Battle of Nagashino in 1575, the Takeda clan was devastatingly defeated. As such, they scrambled to keep hidden their family secrets, namely their gold mines. Though the mines began to run dry, the family still worried that their mines and stockpile would be discovered, and soon paranoia spread through the dying clan. To keep information from spreading, they targeted the women, concerned that the prostitutes would have learned the location of the gold from the men they entertained. Over the Yanagasawa River, a platform was constructed. Upon its completion, the P's were invited to dance and celebrate at a farewell party. In the midst of their dance, soldiers began, chopping away at the vines that held up the platform, causing it to collapse, and all 55 women fell into the ravine below. Due to the sudden and immediate death that happened there, it is said that the land has been imprinted by the spirits of those who have died. Most of the hauntings, I guess it's saying curse sign, read at your own risk. I don't think that's what it all says. That seems like it's too many characters just for those amount of words. Most of the hauntings that are said to occur at Orarambuchi takes place predominantly during nightfall. Those who have visited claim that they can hear the cries and screams of women falling to their death. It's also cautioned that men do not visit Orarambuchi, as it's said that the vengeful spirits might attempt to take their revenge on any man who comes near the site. Near the bridge today stands a monument and a sign. The sign tells the story of what happened at Orarambuchi according to legend. It is said that if you read the entire sign, a curse will also be placed upon the reader. Luckily, I cannot read it. Rochelle says, "Oh, like the sirens, Windy Marino as it should be haunted." Elaine's like, "Oh, heck no." Heather whatever says that was a dumb civilization, be nice to chicks. It's sad. It's basically being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because they were trying to get trade secrets and they assumed that... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. They assumed the women knew where the gold was hiding. Which is sad. Diane goes, "Yes, I'm glad I don't read Japanese." We don't need no translations. We don't need bad luck here. Number 8. The Aokigahara Forest. The Yamanishi Prefecture. Tyrannus saying really sad. Spirit of the trees agreed 100%. The Aokigahara Forest, or as it's referred to in Japanese, the Sea of Trees, is undoubtedly the most famous location on the list. Known by most as the S Forest, which I've heard of this one, this location has been the topic of many horror novels, films, and unwarranted YouTube videos. Aokigahara is unfortunately known as not only the most famous S location in Japan, but second in the world after California's Golden Gate Bridge. We also have the Colorado Street Bridge here. That's also known as the S Bridge, that had over 150 deaths as well. The forest is filled with beautiful, lush greenery and a consumingly dense landscape that blocks out even the brightest sun rays, creating a consistently eerie atmosphere of quiet and darkness, thus its name, Sea of Trees. Due to the last eruption of Mount Fuji, the ground is rough and the soil is made of igneous rock. Several caves lie deep under the ground, penetrated by widespread roots. Aokigahara, despite its reputation, is truly a beautiful place to behold. So how did such a wondrous place become steeped in mystery and misery? Historically, it's said that in periods of famine during the feudal era, people would bring their family members to the forest who they could no longer afford to feed, usually older women, and leave them to starve to death, a practice called ubaste, From then on, it was said that the souls of those who starved were unable to move on and populated the forest. Taking anyone with them they felt matched their miserable status in a family. Consequently, many locals began to stay far away. Later in 1960, the macabre reputation of the forest was revitalized upon the release of Kuro Jukai, or The Black Sea of Trees, a mystery novel written by Secho Matsumoto that ends in the dramatic S of two lovers in the forest. Subsequently, in 1993, another book titled The Complete S Manual, written by Wataru Surumi, controversially explains various modes of S and even recommends Aokigahara as the perfect place to die. This book bizarrely went on to become a bestseller and is often found around the left behind belongings of S victims. What kind of book is that? In Japanese oh my god, I'm so tired. I can't read right. Mythology, it is said that Aokigahara is haunted by demons and that those who enter the forest will never return. Due to the density of the trees, many hikers do in fact lose their way. Moreover, due to the magnetic iron in the volcanic soil, compasses and mobile phones have often been rendered useless. The Japanese believe that any person who dies with a deep sense of hatred, sorrow, anger, or desire for revenge cannot pass over into the afterlife and will thus become a yurei, or ghost. This belief is continued today and is evident even in the body retrieval practice made by the forest volunteer. When a body is found in Aokigahara Forest, volunteers place it in a room next to the forest before being sent to the authorities. Legend has it that if the body is left alone in the room, the yuri will move around screaming. Ooh. Rich goes, I just forced my neighbor to listen to the wall for the last hour. Ozzy, thank you. Alright guys, number 9. The Kazuka Tuberculosis Hospital, the Osaka Prefecture. Regularly functioning hospitals have the power to induce fear in the best of us. Being a place only visited if something is wrong, it is inarguably that hospitals are a place that people try to avoid under any circumstance. This emotion is only naturally deepened in the case of hospitals that are abandoned. The Kazuki Tuberculosis Hospital is one such abandoned place that is able to strike a deep fear in the hearts of curious visitors. Dubbed one of the top 3 most haunted locations in Japan, the Kazuka originally opened its doors in 1948 at the peak of the tuberculosis epidemic in Japan. The hospital was functional for over 40 years and considered a leading institution of care in Osaka due to their above and beyond initiative in their care of patients. A notable example of the hospital initiatives was their addition of a school for child tuberculosis patients that later became a general school for disabled children. In 1992, the hospital closed its doors and everything was strangely left behind. Visitors to the abandoned building claim that all surgical instruments in the surgery room are still present, as well as other hospital equipment and patient charts. As the building deteriorated, its eeriness grew. It is said that those looking to test their courage are immediately notified of their unwelcome by the voice of a man who said to yell at visitors to get out and go home. Ooh, scary. Rochelle goes, this hospital talk's not good since I live across from it. Tirana saying spooky. All right, number 10. The Akikuku. The Akiku? The Akiku? Well, the Hyogo Prefecture. Ooh. I kind of like the area it's in. Beautiful, actually, kind of with the cherry blossoms. They almost look like cherry blossoms. The Hamihi Castle is the largest and most popular visited castle in Japan. Dubbed an UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993, many from around the world gather here to take it in its beauty. What many don't know, however, is that right in the front gates of the castle lies a well that was the inspiration behind Suzuki Kohi's Ringu, one of the most renowned horror stories of our time. The well is called Okuki's Well, Okuku's Well, and the legend behind it is century-old tale of love and tragedy. There are many variations of the tale. However, the most popular tells a story of a servant girl named Okiku. Oh, I say it different every single time. The Okiku, who served under the samurai Aoyama Tesan. Aoyama begins a plot to overthrow their lord, but his plan is foiled once Okiku makes her lover, a loyal warrior, aware of Aoyama's intentions. Aoyama was known to be quite fond of Okiku and gave her an ultimatum that he wouldn't harm her should she agree to be his lover. But since her heart was already spoken for, she refused his request. He then tried to blackmail her through his theft of one of 10 precious heirloom plates owned by their court. But when that doesn't work, he then brutally tortures her and then throws her into the well under the guise of stealing the plates. Before long, he then hears Okiku's voice counting down the number of plates from 1 to 9, then breaking into a howling scream and sob. Eventually, Aoyama goes insane from the daily apparitions. It's said that Okiku's screams can still be heard every night at Hamihi Castle. Thank you, Elaine! Some of those names are tongue twisters. Number 11, the Inunaki Village and Inunaki Pass Tunnel. The Fukuoka Prefecture. There is a legend of a couple who at some time in the 70s were traveling within Fukuoka just as they were about to approach in the Inunaki Tunnel. They heard a rattling sound, their car coming to a stop. Upon exiting their car, they found that their engine had died, leaving them stranded in the middle of nowhere. In their desperation, they noticed a passage heading into the forest and decided to leave their car behind in pursuit of help. Along their walk through the rigid and overgrown trail, they discovered a sign that reads, "The Japanese Constitution is not an effort past this point." Confused but feeling reassured at the prospect of help, they continued until they came across a village, only to find it abandoned and deteriorating. They descended deeper into the village, looking around for any signs of inhabitants, but are disappointed to find no one. A strange chill begins to build up in their chest before they decide to return to their car. As they begin to turn away from the village, they hear a noise from the dwelling closest to them. Suddenly, a man appears on the porch. The man cheerily welcomes them to the village, and in the next motion suddenly slits their throats with a sickle. The inhabitants of Inuaki village do not like visitors. It is said that anyone who has the misfortune of coming across a village threshold will be greeted by the couple's abandoned vehicle, their decomposed bodies, and soon after, their own deaths. Such is the legend of Inuaki village, a thankfully undiscovered village supposedly located near Mount Inunaki. Whew. Although the village, because some of those are tongue twisters, although the village has never been specifically found, the tunnel mentioned in the story and the tragedy that have occurred there are very much real. The Inunaki Tunnel is considered one of the top 3 most haunted locations in all of Japan. The tunnel has been the host of multiple murder scenes, both taking place inside and outside, used as a disposal site. The most notable of these crimes is the brutal 1988 murder of Umayama Koichi. Umayama, who was just 20 years old at the time, was a victim of robbery and kidnapping at the hands of a group of local teens. In their attempt to hijack his vehicle, the teens abducted, tortured, and later burned Umayama to death inside the Inunaki Tunnel, leaving him there to die. Luckily, the teens were arrested and sentenced to life in prison soon after. The tunnel has since been sealed on both ends, but this hasn't ceased its popularity as a horror tourism spot. Its popularity reaching its peak in 2020 despite the pandemic. Heather Whatever's like, how awful. D-Nice is like, wow. Heather Whatever goes, plates aren't up there on my list unless they were gold. Water Dragon goes, you're doing great, Lisa. You picked a tricky written article today. Melissa's saying teens should not go to prison. Plus, too, it's all starting to go blurry because I'm tired, too. So trying to read while you're tired is, like, crazy. No, Water Dragon, I did not. I don't think I did. At least I don't think I did. I may have. You never know. Tyranna goes, wow, how awful. It is scary. I don't think I want to go there. Horror. Water Dragon, it was a horror tourism spot. Like HORROR. Heather Whatever goes, nasty village people. Yes, they are. It probably, Water Dragon, it probably, now that I'm thinking of it, probably sounded like that, but I didn't say that. Number 12, SS Curve. SSSS. The Okinawa Prefecture. Okinawa is known across Japan as one of the biggest hotspots for spiritual activity. This is said to be because of the battles that took place there during World War II. The SSS Curve is known as one of the most haunted places in the prefecture and is said to be one of the main locations used as a training area for Utah, the Okinawa shamans. The area is said to be the home to an obscene amount of negative energy that causes visitors to experience hallucinations, nausea, dizziness. Even trained shamans are said to have met their demise against the forces present there. Thus, it's heavily cautioned for people not to visit. The area is not only home to these spirits, but the lethal Okinawan Habu snake, making the area even more deadly. Rochelle goes, did someone say hallucinations? I think we are all there. Thank you, Heather, whatever. Number 13, and then we'll open it up for questions. Number 13, the Nagasuki Hotel ruins, the Okinawa Prefecture. The Nakagusuki Hotel is said to have been ambitiously built in order to house guests visiting for the 1975 Okinawa Osea expedition. Due to its idealistic location portraying lustrous views of the Pacific Ocean, the East China Sea, and Nakagusuki Castle, it was believed that the hotel would become a staple for tourism in that area. It was to be built with extensive amenities such as an observatory, a swimming pool, a zoo, and an amusement park, so as to attract as many guests as possible and ensure a unique experience. It is said that prior to the hotel's construction, the developers were warned by monks from a nearby Buddhist temple that the site was home to numerous sacred sites and graves. However, these warnings were ignored. After many construction incidents, the workers refused to continue building as they said the site was cursed. In an effort to save face and avoid bankruptcy, the developer of the Nakagusuki went to the hotel with the intentions of staying the night on the unfinished property to prove that the area was not haunted. However, it's said that the next day he was found insane and disappeared soon after. Whoa, that is a crazy looking place. Other rumors state that the hotel was actually in operation for 2 months, and during that time, a child drowned in the pool. Following this incident, it's said that people were plagued by the hauntings of a crying child whenever they visited, thus affecting business and forcing the hotel into bankruptcy. It's said that even today, upon visiting the Nakagusuki Hotel, you can still hear the cries of a small child. So guys, what did you think of that article? That is crazy article. Spirit of the Tree saying that was great. A lot of crazy names. I don't think I will ever want to go to the village. I'm assuming the villagers are still there. Rochelle says it was a good article. It was. It was an interesting article, for sure. Spirit of the Tree saying that last pick was kudos to the photographer. I know, it was a nice, like, widescreen picture. Julissa says it was very interesting. Bia Stone's giving it a thumbs up. And JS55, interesting stuff. Thank you. Wendy saying it was great. Good job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tyranna saying it's a good article. It was. I actually liked that article. And it was decently written. Just all those Japanese names. Woo! Diane was like, so many stories. That's so cool. Bernadette saying, you are so cool, Lisa. Thank you. Daniel Miles, we're still here, still kicking. Alright guys, I'm gonna open it up. I can't even talk straight right now. You can even see, like, my eyes are like slits right now. Melissa's asking, where do we get merch? It is mods. Can one of you drop my merch link? If not, I can grab it because I have my link tree right here. If I can find it. I just dropped the link. And then Bernadette also dropped the link, guys. If you would like to purchase merch. Heather, whatever! Thank you for the PayPal. Great show. Hearts for Heather, whatever! Thank you for the support, Heather. You are awesome. So if you guys like any merch, check out my merch store. This shirt is in there as well. It has That's So Cool on the front, and it has my logo on the back, but you can't see the logo because... And Bernadette is spamming the chat with it if you guys are interested in merch. There is a wide variety of stuff in there. The only thing I wish it had, because I like to collect pins, are the pin, like not writing pins, but the pins. So I am gonna, that's one of my future endeavors. I want to look for a place that does pins of my logo. Water Dragon, I can add some. I'll try to see if they have some in there. I'll add some, if tomorrow, probably at the latest. Jennifer Marie says, love my mug. Do you know if it's microwave and or dishwasher safe? It doesn't say it. To be honest with you, Jennifer, I do not know. I wonder if it says in the listing. It is not dishwasher or microwave safe. Hand wash only. It does say in the listing. Diane saying, dinner time here, making homemade fish and chips. What did you have? I had fried rice from one of my, it's a vegan, well, yeah, it is a vegan. I would say it's a vegan, like, food place. I guess it's well, they have a variety of stuff, but I always get the fried rice. And, I got, like, the, like, sushi with it. Like, vegan sushi, but I like that place because very clean food. Like they even cook it very cleanly, so I like it. Bernadette goes, I want a swimsuit with your face on it. Bia Stone's asking, is prefecture like a state? Good question, Bia. Says a district. But hold on. It says, because I guess when I Google it goes, what is a prefecture in Japan mean? Prefectures are regional authorities comprising municipalities and are in charge of broader regional administration. Japan is made up of 47 prefectures, and Tokyo is one of these regional authorities. So it's a government system? that makes any sense? Like a province. Brandon, yeah, like a province. Allie Do, what is up? No, Wendy! Because I collect pins and I was hoping they had pins, but they didn't have pins. So I gotta find a place that does pins. Bernadette goes, can I get it all? Woo! For Grayson Report. I did. Brandon goes, I learned from the Yakuza game series. Heather Whatever goes, I'm dog sitting and my middle son's dog likes your voice. Oh, thank you. I'm glad your middle son's dog likes my voice. That's cool. That is super cool, actually. Heather Whatever. Guys, keep the questions going. I have merch. I have a Telegram. If you guys don't know, I think most of you guys are on my Telegram. I've got Discord. I've got a Grayson Report Facebook group. That's pretty much where I post, where I'll have upcoming videos. If anything happens to my channel, God willing, you never know. That's a way you can find me. Jennifer Marie goes, my cat ashes are in my room and my other cat just looked over there and growled and ran away. Guess she doesn't like being visited by the ghost of her sister. Bernadette! Thank you for the super chat. Hashtag that's so cool. Woo! I'm too tired to howl right now. That didn't come out right. Woo! There you go. Hearts for Bernadette, guys. Eastern Arkansas Transparency. Do I have a normal Gmail? I don't, but I have a Yahoo address that I don't really use, and I could give that here. If you guys want to send me stuff. I mean, I don't really use it. I have like two main ones I use, but I do have that one if you guys want to, if it's easier for you to email me stuff. I put it in the chat. Spirit of the trees. Wendy Marina says we have our dog's ashes and footprint. I have both my parents' ashes. They are on a table next to my bed. Eastern Arkansas Transparent said make a new Gmail so we can send you. Well, I could do that if you guys don't mind looking at me doing that. I could do like a Grayson Report one. Maybe that'd be better. Hold on, though. It goes to mine. Jen is asking if I had a great day today. Actually, I did. I actually did today. I'm just tired. I woke up tired. The weird schedule they have me at work just makes me tired. nowadays. And then we're all frustrated too, so it doesn't help. Alyssa! Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Bernadette, Colorado girls. Hearts for Melissa. Jennifer Marie said it'd be cool if you read viewers' ghost stories. It's saying my Grayson report is taken. How is it taken? Them bastards. I need to kick them off. No, I'm just kidding. Pardon me while it shakes a bit because I'm typing. If the camera looks a little shaky. It is not an earthquake, guys. You guys are gonna be like, why is it all shaky? You know what? The ghost liked my equipment today. It did not shut off once. I just noted. Watch, it's now gonna shut off. Watch, because I mentioned it. I think it went through. Oh, I know why. It's because I already have it under there, but it's under my other Gmail. But I don't want to use that one. Alright, guys. I think I created it. Probably easier. So if you guys want to send me stuff, you could use this one. I think it works. I don't know if I haven't even checked to see if it does. I need to add it. Wendy goes, your equipment goes loopy whenever Luce joins your lives. I mean, today it actually ran smooth, so maybe we debunked it finally. Hold on, guys. Making sure that holy crap, it asks you a lot of questions. Okay, I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. One of them's here. Alright. Alright, guys, any more questions? I'll probably stay on for a few more minutes. If it's easier for you guys to send stories to my email, I just created one just for Grayson Report. So if you guys want to send stories or whatnot, you could do it there. Diane! Thank you for your PayPal. Love your streams. Hearts for Diane. Thank you for the support. B.S. Stone, the weather has actually been very nice, but I heard next week we're going to be super hot, so I'm not looking forward to it. Allie! Thank you for the super chat. I work a crazy schedule at my job. I wish I could go on more live chats, but I can't. When I can, I love to be there. Love you guys. Also, I'm in the nerdy one out of my job too. Hearts for Allie. Thank you. Jennifer Marieson, I'm going to send you the story of the year. I lived at the haunted apartment. Guys, if you have any stories, send them to that. Or if you're on my Telegram or whatnot, you can send it there too. But if you feel more comfortable sending it to an email, go for it. I dropped it in the link. If you feel more comfortable sending me stories there, and I'll share them on the show. I like ghost stories, and I think they're actually kind of cooler when it comes from actual people telling them than me reading off an article. Diane, I got your second one. Thank you, Diane. Now I got it, Diane. Hearts for Diane, guys. Thank you for the support, Diane. Jen, thank you. I'll stay on for a few more minutes, guys. Any more last minute questions? Let me close all these windows. Spirit of Trees is saying thank you for this time. Melissa's like, I love you all so much. Yeah, because they have me on this weird schedule at work, like it's messing my sleep schedule up. So I'm always, by the time I do my Saturday streams, I'm always like holding toothpicks up on my eyes, guys. That's why you can see my eyes are like tiny slits. And I know it's only like 11 o'clock here, but still. Melissa's like, how can we keep the stream going for another 2 hours? Any last minute questions, guys? Bia Stone goes, yes, I do have to deal with my washer. I may just deal with it tomorrow, not deal with it right now because I'm tired. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna take everything out, or not everything, like a little bit of it out, and see if it decides to spin. Maybe it's just too much in there. I may try to turn it off and on some more and see if that gets it started. If not, I'm gonna have to be looking for some washers. Clout Trout! Didn't realize you were on watching from the beginning and just heard your washing machine is working. Try cleaning the filter. Same thing happened to me and it was just clogged. Okay, I'll check that out, Clout Trout. I thought of that. I might pull the hose out and see if maybe it's the hose, like Clout Trout suggested. It is an old washer. But I'm not gonna be able to do that today. It's dark. Yeah, it's dark out, and my washing machine's kind of out. My washing machine. It's weird. It's like outside in the patio area. Thank you, Spirit of the Trees. Julissa goes, bummer, but if you need a new one, look at the LGs. Yeah, I want to say that's either... I want to say it's like... almost... It's either 15 to 20 years old. Water Dragon goes, my landlord had to change out his washer. The repair guy gave him a good deal on a used refurbished one that's working great. Heather, whatever, sometimes when you go off your sleep schedule, you end up more tired than if you get less sleep, which is weird. That makes no sense. Be a Stone, it's like, it's because I have a patio and then it's like in a room outside the bed. So it kind of is outside, but it isn't. No, I wish I was, Melissa. It's just a weird, I don't know, my parents put it out there. I don't know why. It's a weird place. It is an interesting, because I remember it used to be inside the kitchen area when I was young, like, and then they remodeled, and then now it's like out, like in a little room outside. I mean, it's in a room, but you have to go outside, and then there's patio, and then you go. It's weird. Bia Stone says mine are in the basement. I wish I had a basement. That would be a better placement, I think, for them. Jen Decker, what's up? Probably gonna be on for a little while longer, chatting it up with you guys. Jen, thank you for the super sticker. It's the fitness pair blowing kisses. Thank you, Jen. Hearts for Jen. Melissa. Julissa used to be in the kitchen, which was, and then they moved it. That was years ago. That was when I was like a baby almost. No, Bia, it's there. It's a covered patio. It's all covered. But there is a skylight in there and it leaks. So maybe, yeah, I kind of, it drips a little bit when I'm in there, but thank you, Jen. Jennifer's going, with all the technological advances, why have they not created a dryer that folds and puts away your clothes yet? I know. So hopefully I can debunk the debacle. If push comes to shove, I could just take it out and then rinse it out in my tub, and then bring it out and then put it in my dryer. My dryer, I think, is like a year old. It took me a year to get the dryer, to be honest with you. I used to dry it because it was so hot. I would just air dry, but in the wintertime it sucked. Bia Stone says there are machines that wash and dry. Then hopefully I can drain it. Not really. It's not as bad as it sounds, Heather, whatever. Diane said I had to go to a laundromat for a few weeks before I got my new machine. That sucks. I may have to end up doing that and just washing and then coming back and drying for a while. Brandon goes, Samsung has an air dress that steams and cleans your clothes. Expense. I can imagine, Brandon. My dryer is a Samsung, but it wasn't that too expensive. But compared to my washer, my Samsung is like technologically advanced. Melissa goes, I just order new clothes from Amazon when I run out. I mean, that's a good idea because you could get it quick. You could sometimes get it the next day, so it's not that bad. Diane said mine was about 17 years old when it went out, so I think that's about. It's either. Trying to think of when I got it. I had my truck at the time, and I haven't driven a truck in years, so yeah, that was a long time ago. Because I remember I bought it from Lowe's, and I hauled it here in my truck. So yeah, that was a long time ago, because I haven't driven a truck in years. Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, I think it's been 20 years or so. So it might be at the end of its lifespan. All right, guys, it is 11:11. I am going to take that as a sign to get some rest. No, just kidding. I enjoy talking to you guys. I'm going to end the stream here, guys. Thank you for joining me. Talking about the Japanese haunted places, ghosts in the news, and I will see you on the next one, and that'll be Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there or be squared, and stay spooky, guys. And thank you for all you guys for all the support. I appreciate you, and have a good night. Good night, guys.